Welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I'm doing a video. Today's March 1st, 2025. It's my third video of the day. This is my card of the month for February. February was awful. It was 28 days of hell between the sheer amount of snow, the sheer amount of negative days, temperature-wise, and the sheer amount of overtime I've worked at my job and still not getting anything done has been a nightmare. And I didn't even have time all month long to look at my card of the month. So it kind of helps to see it now and be like, oh, yeah, that explains it. My job has been for months, and I've talked about it, 4 months, slowly moving over another site that is closing. They're 10 times bigger than our location. So our location is not only having to expand, but also accommodate new employees, expand the building, expand the amount of work we get. It has been a nightmare, and it's still ongoing because as soon as he's hiring people, they're either quitting or getting fired because they're not coming in, or they're just standing around doing nothing. I finally got a new hire Monday. This is the 4th person that he's promised me. And we also got the first wave of the last account from Alameda, California, and it's huge. It's so huge that it's coming in 2 waves. This coming Monday will be the second wave and the final wave of all the work. We've had so many people out sick and not enough employees in there. We've had 5 or 6 employees that are actually there every day for the last 2 weeks sick. So we're normally 1.5 to 2 days behind. We're almost 2 weeks behind right now on work because there's nobody working. On top of that, I'm still getting work. I mean, we're still getting work out, just not as much as we should be. And I'm still busy with me and my one partner in there. So Monday, we got a new person. 2 people started. And that person lasted 2 days. She literally came in the building Wednesday, and she literally learned one thing. And she was good at it. And my boss said that she had previous shipping experience. When I point blank asked her, she said no, she didn't. So somebody's lying. Or she lied to him. Or me. Who knows? She seemed very polite, very nice. Picked up things very quickly. Wednesday rolls around, and we're in the thick of things with this new account coming in and just trying to figure out how to get it out the door every day, because it literally has to go out the door every day, and we have to track it, and it's a very special account, so it has to be treated with kid gloves every day. And we were not prepared for it. I mean, we were, but we weren't. And then day 3 rolls around, and she comes in, gets her stuff out of her locker, and goes out the back door. Doesn't tell a soul that she's quitting. So for like 3 hours, we thought she was upstairs doing computer training that all the new hires have to do. No, she had quit and not told anyone. So the saga continues of getting enough people in shipping. Anyway, somebody new is starting this coming Monday. Hopefully it's for us, because the person that is the cleaner that gets right before it comes to shipping, the person he had, there's 2 of them, the person he had, the guy had, that's been my buddy for years, she got promoted to go up front, but she also has been sick all week, so she didn't come in until Thursday, when we needed her desperately. And then he was on top of that by himself, training a new hire to do the job. So it's been chaos. On top of that, I've had a lot of paranormal things happening. Like I told you guys, every day at work, at my first break, I will pull a spread to see what spirits are near me. This was a Tuesday. I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago, I think, on a Tuesday. I pulled cards from my new baton tarot, and I kept hearing, call your daughter, call your daughter, call your daughter. Now, if you don't know, I gave my daughter up for adoption when I was 19, and we reconnected when she hit 18. She's almost 29 now. She has a child. We talk. We don't talk as much as we used to because she moved to New Mexico, or moved back home to New Mexico to be with her parents because her adoptive mom was diagnosed with cancer a year and a half ago. And so she's been battling that this whole time. And this was 2 weeks ago, Tuesday. Almost 3 weeks ago on a Tuesday. I was pulling cards and I kept hearing, call our daughter, call our daughter. And I'm like, is this her mom? Did she pass? And I haven't talked to my daughter in a while. So I texted her and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Question mark. And she texted right back, well, mom passed Sunday. So I've been dealing with that. But other than that, I'm good. And I was like, holy crap. So this person that I met over 28 years ago that I sat down with, the only time I've ever twice I've sat with her. I sat down with her and made the decision to give her my child. And then when I went and visited my child at 18 months old, because I live in Missouri, she lives in New Mexico, I didn't have an opportunity to see her after that. But at 18 months old, I went and visited. I visited both the husband and the wife. It was the last time I saw this lady. And I would have never guessed, if you had told me 5 years ago, or even 10 years ago, that I would be seeing her again through the cards of tarot, I would have said, you're crazy. But that was our connection again. And, I mean, she'd only been passed for 2 days, but I had no idea she had passed. And it was like, she came through the cards, and it was crazy. And then I had a thing with my nephew. I think I told you guys about that. My friend's friend died a year ago, the Super Bowl. And then this Super Bowl, he came through the cards again for my nephew. And I'm like, it's the same guy. And it was just crazy because they all wound up knowing this guy. And I didn't have any clue any of them knew. So there's been a lot of paranormal things happening. Plus, last night, I don't know when the new moon was. I stopped keeping track of it just because when I know the new moon is coming, I get nauseous because I know nightmares are coming. And last night I had a horrid nightmare. I've been having apocalyptic dreams all week. And the last time that happened, COVID happened. So, and then the next year we had fires and earthquakes and all that. So, like, every time I have a lot of apocalyptic dreams, apocalyptic things happen. So, I'm just today I've been shaky, just weirded out because, yeah, I've just had all these weird apocalyptic dreams lately. So, I've been rambling on for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Still haven't showed you my card of the month. But I wanted to remind you what my card of the year was. And it played into my month. This is probably my favorite Judgment card ever. Just because this is the movie tarot that's out of print. It's a indie deck. This is from Constantine. That is, oh my God, Keanu Reeves. We have the same birthday. So I feel like we have a kindred connection, even though he's several years older than me. This one and The Devil's Advocate is my toss-up between my favorite movies of his. Because I've seen both hundreds of times. But I love this movie, and I love this as the Judgment card. And I still see the Judgment as self-judgment, but I actually had my friend that called in every day, except for Thursday, that we really needed her help with. She called in for no reason. Like, she just didn't feel like coming to work. And I'm like, we needed you. You know we're in the weeds here. We needed help. So it kind of irritated me. But she came in Thursday and was like, I can literally feel you guys judging me. And I'm like, what? Because in the back of my mind, I've known all year long the Judgment card is my card of the year. And I'm like, taking a really serious look at the Judgment card. And does it apply to me? Does it apply to someone else? Am I judging too harshly other people? Am I judging myself? Because I'm always judging myself. So I'm really taking stock of how important this card is to me this year. And it just was crazy that she literally said, "You guys are judging me." We're like, "Nobody's judging you. We just need you to get to work." We were angry that you called in because you felt like just staying home for 3 days. But that's the card I wanted to show you guys first. And then my um, animal of the month of February was the mouse. And I've been using this Spirit Animals deck for that. And it is stunning. And it's been right on. It was right on in January. Let's look at the mouse and see what it says. I did write stuff down, but I don't want to get my folder back out. I'll just look it up in the book here like I did the first time. So we have the mouse, and it gives you a brief description, and then there's a QR code which you can scan to download the full meaning. And you also have the QR code on the back, which I've been told also works. I haven't used it for that. Look how beautiful that deck is. Gorgeous. And I got this on Amazon. I think it was like $40, but it's got like 100 cards in it. The mouse embodies attention to detail, humility, and resourcefulness. Its medicine involves paying attention to the little things and guiding us to use their resources wisely. Through the mouse's unassuming presence and astute survival instincts, we learn the value of optimizing our resources. And that was a big thing in February because we were gearing up for this huge account that's coming in. And meanwhile, trying to also get all the regular work out at work. So I knew right off the bat this card was going to be dead on for February. I knew as soon as I pulled this card. And the same thing happened today when I pulled for March. So it's optimizing everybody else's and getting them to come in and help and be there when everything goes crazy. Because yesterday we had an update in our system too, and then from that, and they did it at like 9 in the morning, and from that point on, the rest of the day, all the machines periodically kept shutting down. So I was like, I'm done with this week. But it was literally a month of optimizing resources and making sure all of our ducks were in a row for the month of February. And I have a feeling that's going to carry over to March until we completely get everything done with the other site. So, if you're still here, 12 minutes and 39 seconds in, my card of the month was the Ace of Wands. And I got 5 different cards here I'm going to show you. But this one was the very first one I liked. This is the Witch's Tarot. This is Lo Scarabeo, or Llewellyn. This is the Mini. Very cute. Very cute. And then the backs of the cards of the Banned Books Tarot. This is every book. That is a tape cassette if you didn't know, for all you youngins out there. But this is the Ace of Pens or the Ace of Swords. It has the tape there, the pen. 13 Reasons Why is the book that is associated with this card in this deck, because they associate a book with every card. And I just thought that was cool looking. And then we have the Slow Tarot, which I think is stunning. And it's upside down, sorry. Slow Tarot. Stunning. And then we have the, what is it called? Slavic Legends. I mean, I forgot about this card, but look, she's a bird. Because the swords it's the air suit. It's all about taking flight. Usually there's a lot of birds. And I love that this is hummingbirds. A lot of birds in this suit. And look, her face is like, her face and arms has feathers. It's just stunning. Beautiful. And then my favorite card. So, the Ace of Swords to me is everything about the mind, right? Everything is culminating. Everything is starting. The aces are about starting something. And then the mind is, it's in the mind. Something starting in the mind. Thinking, writing. As a writer, I often think of the swords in the air as, the thought process before you begin a book, right? And so that's probably why the last card I have to show you, the Bone Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot, that's also out of print, sorry. is a freaking quill pen. This is Anatorian's artwork, and every time I see this, I hear the pen is mightier than the sword. And of course, that all ties together because the sword is the air suit, which is what this is. And I love, love, love. This is my favorite because it brings it back to my writer side, and it's that first thought of what to write, and then a story begins in your mind, and then it becomes physical on paper with the quill pen, and it just all fits. And you know what? I had a lot of new ideas come up in February. Again, I'm going to tie this to my job because it was job related. And I think people started looking at me differently than they normally do. Like, oh, you really actually know what you're talking about. Before I was always afraid to have this mindset of, oh, I'm a peon, so I don't need to put my thoughts into it. And this time I'm like, no, we need to do this way, and we need to do this way, because this is more, what's the word I'm looking for? Efficient. It's more efficient this way. And so, because of all this new account coming in, my boss, who's never done shipping in his life, came in and was like, I'm going to do this and this and this. I'm like, no, that doesn't work in here. This is how it actually goes. This is what we need to do to continue that, to make it more efficient. And he agreed. And it was just like, great. So all month long, it was kind of like a back and forth banter between us. Like, he would come in and be like, oh, I have this idea for this. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work because of this situation. So it still boggles my mind, even when I do my year ahead spread either December 31st or January 1st every year. And then every month that continues, most of the time I either forget about the card, and then at the end of the month I go back and I'm like, oh, damn, that was dead on. And it shocks me every month when it is dead on. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? But again, it was dead on. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, because there was a lot of mental things going on, and there was a few times I'm like, I feel like my brain has melted because I'm thinking so much about, we need to do this, we have all these steps we do on a normal daily basis that my boss doesn't really know about, and then he come in and was like, well, we need to do this and this. I'm like, no, because I already have this time allotted for this and this we have to do every day already, so we need to do this and this and this and this. And it was just a whole thing all month long. And then I got people being all emotional and weird about it was just a weird month of navigating the mental stress of the job and other people. And I'm a hermit, and I'm a type of person that can collect others' energies, and I don't want to. So if somebody walks in there in a bad mood, I'm instantly in a bad mood. And I know they're in a bad mood, and I can't help but, it's not like I'm siphoning their energy, it's like they're giving it to me. And I'm still working on how to block that, but there was a lot of balls flying in the air in February. So hope now, March 3rd, Monday, which is one of my bosses and another employee's birthday, both of them. They're like 25 years apart, but they're born on the same day. And then my son's is Wednesday, the 5th. I'm hoping once we get that account, the next couple weeks will kind of even out, and everybody starts coming back to work that are out sick. Because we had one person that was she's been out for 2 weeks with COVID. She's one of the fastest people we have. Without her, it's kind of grinded to a halt. And then we have like 4 other employees that's been in and out sick, but they've had other things. So everybody that's been out sick has had different things happening, not just COVID. No, only one person had COVID, and it's just been just crazy. Anyway, that was my card of the month for February, and it was crazy, and it was on point. That's the whole point of me doing these videos, just to let y'all know it's on point every month. I don't need to do these videos, but I like going in depth in them and saying, hey, this actually happened, and this actually happened, and this was dead on. So, and then of course, Judgment with the Ace of Swords. I get out of here. I'm done. So that's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good afternoon.